Okay, well the guy he was called twice and there's no answer. So I don't know whether or not he's going to come on a little later. He thought he was going to be on for the answering part near the tail end, but still we'll have this archive for the brother. So if you run into this, if he was speaking to you right now, he can't come on. What would you say to him if he was speaking to you?
I would have to see where he is in the process. So some people have been unfortunately further along, put through the stuff that they psychologically have come to accept, and that's a big problem. Is when you're in that position, it's very hard to know what is what. So I can only empathize with his situation, try to provide him with the facts that hopefully will help him start to move in the right direction.
Well, here's a question then. Just say that he's been on medication for a while, whatever the case is, but he's still coherent. He's a person who, he's fairly healthy. Is there a drawback from just stepping away from the medication altogether? Is there a dependency on the medication that will
there are some things. Yeah, that's a good question. There are some things to be concerned about. There has to be a detox process, perhaps. So I would definitely be careful. I would not just drop the medication all at once. I would be very cautious on that.
Okay. But all in all, as I've seen, the majority of the deterioration comes from the medication itself and the side effect of the medication, which gives people the diagnosis of what we've come to expect with AIDS. You understand?
It's the medication, and it's also the underlying illnesses.
And the underlying illnesses that haven't been addressed, whether or not,
Hold on, let me jump in real quick. There's a sister here that wants to come in, I think, wants to share something with the discussion real quick. Sister Lawrence, can we just get her real quick? Mr. Tuscan, hear what you have to say real quick before you head off. All right, Sister Lauren, can we get her in?
Yes, I'm in. Hello.
Shalom, sister. You live.
Yep, shalom. My question was, I had major surgery, but prior to having major surgery, I had a CAT scan, about 3 of them, due to head injuries, and they all came back normal. But when I had this major surgery a year and a half ago, because they said I had a tumor, but first they said I was pregnant. They gave me chemotherapy because they said the baby was dead inside of me, and that would help get the baby out of me. Then they said, no, you're not pregnant. So they said I had this red tumor that only 32 people in the world out of 7 billion people have. And then, hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. And then, so they removed the tumor. And then 9 months later, I was having a lot of headaches. I went back to the hospital. They did another CAT scan, and they said I had a brain aneurysm that's 2 millimeters in diameters, and they said they couldn't move it. They didn't want to move it because it was too small, and it was wrapped behind the main artery. And I think it has something to do with the surgery.
Okay, sister, I would like to say straight off, they do this all the time. They go into your neighborhood. These doctors are receiving kickbacks for certain diagnoses. So they psychologically profile certain people and say, well, you need to be tested for this rare disease. And actually, they're taking you through the ringer to be tested like a guinea pig. They're doing this with the Gardasil shots, all that. And they're using fear as a tactic to get you up in the system due to these doctors getting kickbacks. And I want Mr. Tuscan to expound. He's more of an expert on these things than I am, but I found out the majority of things that they do is based on these doctors getting kickback, putting you through fear into being tested like a guinea pig.
And unfortunately, the doctors are doing what's out of the textbook and not necessarily what's really going on. And that's what a lot of this is all about, just doctors not thinking for themselves and repeating the dogma from the establishment. With that, I hate to cut it short, and I by the way, I'll be happy to stay in touch with you guys. Come on whenever you like. I will receive and respond to emails at Bob Tuskin, Tuskin, at theintelhub.com, and I hope to get some feedback from you guys after my appearance tonight on the show.
Absolutely, and thank you for coming on the show, and we'll make sure we send you an archive, and we're going to have a further discussion offline if you don't mind.
Okay, thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care of yourself. Okay, well, sister, where are you now? Since you're still on this, where are you now with this?
They wanted me to come every month to take blood to see if, because they said it mimicked cancer, the tumor, and so they right now with the brain aneurysm, they want me to come every 6 months to get another MRI, and they shooting this dye up in me to magnify the veins and everything.
Let me tell you, let me tell you, sister, they are messing you up, straight up. This is what's going on here. You're being tested like a guinea pig, and 9 times out of 10, the MRI is doing more damage and causing further damage to you than the diagnosis itself. The best thing you can do, are you on any medications because of this?
They gave me 2 kinds of high blood pressure pill because they said a stroke can actually make the aneurysm burst.
See, here they go.
They got to keep my blood pressure down.
Okay, so here's another excuse to get people on statins. You on statin drugs?
For your blood pressure.
Exactly, and it's total garbage because they wanted people on blood pressure pills and blood pressure medicine. So you cannot look at the issues you're having, why your blood pressure is going up. So if you're getting a false reading, the issues you're really dealing with are not actually being addressed.
Right.
You understand? Are you addicted to these pills?
Actually, I don't think so.
Okay, well,
I don't think I'm
sister, the best thing you can do is link in with an herbologist in your area, somebody who can actually wean you off of this medication, and go healthy. Stay away from meats for a while, go veggies, and to get yourself healthy so you can address the underlying issues. I'm not a doctor, but I know enough to know that what the Most High put in this earth naturally worked for thousands of years without these killer medications with side effects. And stay away. People got to stay away from these doctors. They're testing you. They're prodding you. They're destroying you through the spirit of fear. And they're going to always find something. Why? They're creating it.
Yeah, because they wanted me to go as for the tumor. I was supposed to go every month to get blood work, but I stopped going about maybe 4 months ago getting the blood work because my doctor said my blood is really, really low. That he wanted me to go on iron pills because of low blood.
Okay, let me ask you, are you struggling with any level of obesity or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm overweight.
Okay. Well, see, that's the underlying issue. What you need to
I'm
start
about 100
doing
pounds overweight.
Okay. Well, the underlying issue is exercising and eating right. If you get yourself on a regimen, I mean, it's not going to all come off overnight. But if you begin to get yourself on a regular regimen instead of trying to treat the side effects of being overweight. So that's the whole deal. The quicker you become more healthy, the better off your diagnosis is, because they're going to destroy you.
Right.
You're going to have issues, and when you get in the system, sister, it's over. They're going to find a way to kill you, or have you so dependent on the medication you're not coherent. So you either one of the two. So you know the underlying issues that you got to address spiritually or whatever the case is, and physically. Eat right, take care of yourself, and start putting yourself on a regimen. A matter of fact, with the new gatheringofchrist.org webpage, which will be up any day now, we thank the Most High it's finally coming, there will be a health corner within that will help brothers and sisters with their health. You understand? And it's a regimen that we can get on as a people all together, so that you know you're not doing it by yourself. We all want to be a part of doing this as a nation, looking at our health so that we can get away from these Frankenstein doctors, these false diagnoses, and get ourselves. We were at one point some of the most healthy people on earth, and they used medicine to break us down. They used the corporations to mess us up and move us in the spirit of gluttony and obesity. So it's just changing some habits, and I'm sure you can do it.
Yes.
That's more important.
I appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, that's more important than you going there and getting on their medication, and nothing is changing as far as your spirit and your health.
Right.
And you change that from the inside out, sister. You're going to be fine.
That's true.
I mean, you think if you went to Christ, you think Christ would put you on some statins for high blood pressure?
Yeah. No, my doctor actually told me that water is hyped up, that I didn't have to really drink that much water because soda and tea and all that had water in it.
Well, your doctor is out of his mind. What you got to do is drink as much water as you can and keep yourself hydrated. I need to drink more water, to tell you the truth.
Hold on, one second. Let me just come in on that. The doctor told you not to drink water.
He said I don't have to be so hype about water because he said I get water in other areas like the tea and the sodas, and he said those have water in it.
Your doctor crawled out of hell. Okay, let's make this clear. He'd rather you drink drink a soda with aspartame, killing your brain, and tell you, oh, don't worry about it. There's water in your aspartame soda. Stay away from the fluoridated water. Okay? I don't like to promote other people's stuff and all that, but I'm getting one of those myself. On Alex Jones' channel, they have this thing that cleans water. If you're going to drink water, it cleans fluoride and all that out of your water.
Oh, okay.
Get one of those, then you have to worry about buying the bottled water because all your water is fluoridated. That's probably why you're dealing with something in your mind right now, tumors in the brain or whatever the case is. It's the fluoride.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from fluoride at all costs. It's poison. Okay, if you don't believe it, take a little toothpaste and put it on some cheese and put it out where some mice is. You'll see dead mice laying all around the house. Wherever, put it out there in the gutter, and you will see mice out there in the street dying. It's a known poison.
Wow.
So stay away from fluoridated water. Stay away from fluoride for your toothpaste. Get yourself some natural toothpaste. Get yourself some baking soda if you need be, and baking soda and mint, and start dealing with health. Get yourself an exercise. Listen, no one can change their body overnight. But, sister, if you do something like run in place for 30 minutes, you'll be surprised how much that'll do something for you within a month's time.
Okay.
If you start eating solids, drinking water, and stay away from all the fast food. Get yourself some lettuce, tomatoes, radishes. Just get yourself healthy solids every day. Make yourself smoothies. You understand?
I was on sodas for a while. And I just stopped drinking sodas. I used to drink Pepsi a whole lot, like 2 liters a day.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. That's a death sentence right there, sister. So, just start. You know what you have to do. Just get it together. Just go ahead and eat and drink the right things, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And stay away from those doctors.
Yeah, I definitely am. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah. May the Most High be with you.
Shalom.
Wow.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, sister, man. Thanks for the input. There's a sister here, Sister Charlotte, wants to talk about Doctor saying. Let's bring her in. I'll let her tell everyone what's going on. You're locked into the Search Engine International. I'm your host, Gocc. The topic tonight is HIV. All right. Listen, some of the information coming out here tonight. We definitely have to have the archive for this show, and we need more people to hear it. All right. We're gonna see if we can get this Bob Tuskin back on again to talk some more on this topic. This topic is this topic really needs to be out some more. All right. Can I get that sister and Sister Charlotte? You there?
Yeah. Shalom. How are you?
I'm good, man. Shalom. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
Nice,
I just
man.
wanted to talk about sometime in '98 I had pneumonia,
right.
And went into the hospital. I have 106 temperature, and I was almost dead.
Right.
And the doctor had he questioned me and asked me about my history. So one thing I want to say that the way to prevent AIDS, HIV, and all of that, don't give them your history first.
Right.
But this doctor kept coming back because he says the only time we've ever seen this type of pneumonia, it was pneumococcal. It's a funny name.